What's going on, everyone? This is Sheets, and Bobby is going to be joining us shortly. I have a very nice, compact four-game slate to go over, and we have the basketball game tonight as well. Again, I'm still trying to block out what happened in the Knick game last night. That was not something to remember if you are a Knick fan, coach, or administrator. So I guess what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm going to go over, at least from the projection perspective, who the best plays are, and then we're going to just go ahead and build. How about that? So let me first pull up my projections. Very easy, it looks like, at least. Pretty easy four-game slate. Easy in respect that it's only 4 games. Let me just see. All right, so if I were just going based on projections tonight, it would look to be Jack Flaherty would be the #1 pitcher, followed by Tanner Beebe from Cleveland, and then a pretty decent drop to the rest, and the rest being Lance McCullers, George Kirby, A.J. Smith-Shower, all those guys just have value scores just much lower as far as I'm concerned. So if I were going to hand build, like those would be the two I would use, Flaherty and Beebe. Before I do that, let me take a look at the weather here. Boston is out. The rest looks reasonable enough. Okay. So again, it looks as though the Flaherty-Beebe combination would be what you'd want to do. On in the stacks, hold on, let me see if there's any questions in here. Chat. Okay. So in the stacks, it would look like Pittsburgh would be top value, then a tie between Milwaukee and Atlanta next. And interestingly, I do have the Pirates as being lower owned than some of these other possibilities. So if I were hand building today, it would be something like Flaherty Beebe with a Pirate stack. And then if I wanted to just go for raw points, I guess Atlanta, Milwaukee, Seattle, Washington. But that seems to be the idea. So both pitchers in that Flaherty, in that Detroit-Cleveland game. That would be my at least hand build stuff. Now, if I did that, I might end up leaving money on the table, actually. So let's do a couple of variations here. Let me do FanDuel, and then I will go back to DraftKings. I'll build. So I'll do projections on both, then build both. FanDuel pitching, just a 2-pitcher slate, really, Flaherty and Beebe, as far as I'm concerned. And then as far as stacks go, looks to be a 2-game, well, actually 4. So Atlanta, Milwaukee, #1, 2, kind of tied, followed by Pittsburgh, Seattle. So those would be the teams I would use. Now, I still don't have the lineups yet for Milwaukee, but let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and share my screen, and we'll learn a little something here. Maybe I'll learn a little something. Okay. So let's do DraftKings first. Sure, why not? So first question is, which projections do you use? I mean, do you use mine? Do you use Goldie's? Do you use SaberSim's? Minds may differ. Great minds may differ, but I don't think there's too much of a difference. So I already put my projections in here, and here's a good question. Do I leave money on the table? In other words, do I intentionally not leave money on the table? Ooh, so you got this Pirate pitcher as rating pretty well. Ooh, Burrows. Yeah, I'm actually getting like 14% of him. Okay, so that's actually a good call. So I do think that both of those guys are probably in play, meaning that the pitcher and the stack. Whenever you have these rookies coming up. All right, so we uploaded the projections. So let's build. What are we going to do for stack exposures? I mean, I want to make sure I have something. I mean, I don't want to have like 3 2s or anything. So let's get rid of 3 2s. I could do 4 3s, but that's pretty much it. So I want to get rid of the rest of these and then rebuild. Does all look good? I don't want 4 2s. So let's rebuild lineups. Boom. And we'll see what we get. The Houston pitcher, who McCullers? Yeah, so he's I just have him second tier. Listen, it's a 4-game slate, Deep Hope, so you're not gonna get too much of a, I'm not playing any of that. Savali might want to cross out. He's just off the DL, so I don't know if he's gonna play enough. That's the one guy I don't think is gonna get a full run is the Savali. So let's see what we get here. We're already going straight into autofill here. It says unable to meet exposures. I wonder what that means. Well, let's look at direct fill so at least we see who we're getting. Let's see. So it looks like we're getting 37% Milwaukee and then Seattle will be my next one. So, that makes sense. I mean, this guy's a rookie. He's supposed to be pretty good, but he's still a rookie, We also have to make sure that we get the lineup that we want. But, yeah, so it looks as though Milwaukee, as I mentioned, pitching-wise, again, Flaherty, BB. But I am getting some of these others, so it's not like I'm 100%. And I am getting the 14% of the Burrows, by the way. Savali on a pitch count, we could probably get rid of that. Well, he just doesn't have – there's just no ceiling here today, at least. Well, this is kind of strange. So when we ran the Sims here, we're actually getting a bunch of Cleveland. So this is, you know what I mean? So what this is trying to do here is really get some leverage. Cleveland, Washington. On a 4-game slate, there's a certain degree of wisdom to that, actually. Let's see stack exposure. So mostly 4 3s. I mean, if we got rid of the 4 3s just for fun, just to see what this would look like. We only played pure stats. No, Bobby's going to kill me for doing this. And then we'd end up getting some Cleveland leverage, and then almost all the BB. But then, yeah, actually the McCullers and Trevor Williams. So this is definitely a very contrarian. This is definitely a contrarian approach. But then the next thing I want to do is, let's say I didn't want to leave 1,000 on the table. Let's see if I did that. I could rebuild all this. Or the other thing I could probably do is I could filter this way. We'll do salary instead of rebuilding. Greater than 49,000. So then what would this look like? Again, so still BB number 1. Kirby, McCullers, probably some more Burrow. team stacks: Washington, Cleveland, Atlanta. So this is very contrarian set of lineups here, but I'm kind of down with it. So we'll download these to the contests. Cleveland, Atlanta, Washington, Seattle. We'll upload these from here. And we have some good news to celebrate here. I think we're going to win a tennis GPP. It's something, right? We'll pull it up. I'll show you guys. Let's see. Looks as though we should be home free or pretty close to it. Anybody else still playing? Nope. Looks like we're good. So we will brag about this into in the State Kings Discord. Just a moment there. One more. Okay, so that's tennis in good shape there. Let's do FanDuel. Okay, what's up, Andy? How's it going? So we'll go into FanDuel and let's see what restrictions we want to put on the players and all that stuff. So I already put my projections in here. Now we are still missing Milwaukee. At least I think I'm missing Milwaukee. So if there's any changes there, I'm going to have to make adjustments. Are there Milwaukee lineups out yet? Let me just take a quick look. No, they're not even out yet. Okay. So what do we want to do? Do we want to limit the stack exposure? Sure. Let's again, we don't do this on a short slate too often. And again, Bobby's going to kill me when he sees what we're doing. But let's only play 4-man stacks. And we will only leave 1,000 on the table at the most. And we will rebuild these lineups. One thing I will say about this this slate tonight, I do not believe there will be a lot of fantasy points on the winning lineups. So you don't really need to. I think you can get away with stacking. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to get like all the one-run homer one-offs. I think just getting a double here and there, a double followed by a single and an RBI might end up being plenty. And these totals are just not very big. This Atlanta looks like they have a total. Seattle has a total, but I don't know about that. McCullers, I don't regard him as somebody who gives up a lot of runs. Yeah, the early slate baseball was not my friend. Okay, while this is going on, I'm just, again, uploading results to State Kings here. I really enjoy it when people are winning money by sweating. Okay. just simulating everything here. And again, we were pretty restrictive at doing 1,000 max salary. Yeah, I might be as well, Andy. Let's see. So it's through one sim. It's going through the second one. Yeah, I don't blame you, D Pope. I really don't blame you at all. I think I'm getting more BB though, like Andy's saying. So let's take a look at the direct fill first and see what we'd be getting. Mostly Washington, then Cleveland, Atlanta, not much Detroit, and yeah, so almost all the BB I imagined. Yeah, like I'd be getting like 88% BB. So I would be in disagreement with you, D Pope, on that one. I would probably, I mean, don't listen to me, but I prefer Flaherty. I mean, BB to Flaherty on FanDuel. But you're right. I really don't think you can go wrong with either one, honestly. And we'll upload this. Oh, is that right, T-Pope? Okay. And that's pretty much that. So while we're waiting for Bobby, I guess we could talk about the basketball again. And again, I'm just going to show you how to build with the Saber Sim projections. I mean, maybe should I run my own here? I mean, just for the hell of it. Let's just see. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. NBA. You know, how about we'll do them all. Maybe we'll see what this looks like. It's gonna see what happens is I'm probably gonna end up with some fishy projections, but let's try it anyway. Wins are going out in Pittsburgh and Detroit. Okay. So let's go to the NBA, Minnesota OKC. I think that this game plays differently than the last one. If I had to bet on something here, it would probably be on the over. Oh, hey, what's up, Bobby?
Hey, what's up, man?
I was just about to go to the NBA, but tell me what you're thinking in the MLB.
I haven't thought of anything.
What's that?
I haven't thought of anything at all.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done anything.
Oh, so, okay. Well, I went over it, so that's good then.
Okay, yeah. I will figure it out. I know I won't be 5-man stacking, and that's as far as I've gotten so far.
I thought about you earlier. I was at the gym today, and at the end of the session, the trainer does like a stretching thing, and he gave me like some of the Theragun.
Oh, that Theragun is the lifesaver.
Yes, Theragun on the neck. He gave me actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right on the neck, and he put it right on the shoulder blade here. But then, like the key move was he was doing it here, and then he had me turn this way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
It's amazing. It's like saving my life. I mean, I've been on this crazy health kick anyway because I'm down. I'm getting close to 30 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've always been like strong and everything, but I think that's why I tore things apart because as I tried to lower down, I didn't stop lifting as much weight, so I just started shattering things, you know. But the Theragun has been my lifesaver, and I can't believe I didn't discover it sooner. May never have been in this mess without it. All right, I'm rebuilding right now. I actually wanted to check because I had a very live lineup in the early days, in the early games.
Well, you know, it's a little bit like annoying that we could get a freaking ceiling out of Marquez and we don't even need it.
Yeah, exactly. That is annoying. Yeah. So I'm in 20th place. I've got 13 innings remaining.
Let's go.
So there is a chance it would be threading the needle Yeah, it's a little bit too bad. I don't know if I can get there because there's other guys around there. So there's just some time. I've got it's got basically all the Angels and A's. So there's that, and it had the Gavin Sheets one off, which was nice.
The Gavin Sheets one off. That's it.
Oh, actually, no, it was a 2-man from the Padres. But yeah, I went for the Padres and all those little mini stacks. And sometimes on sites like this, it'll work. I'll bet you. Well, no, maybe a 5-man will still win, but I think it was a good. It would have been. It almost worked out really well for this. Are we really? We don't have Milwaukee's lineup yet.
That is correct.
Get out of here with these guys.
Let me ask you this: who would you rather be right now, the Knicks coach, or Sammy Valinaki?
What is he at?
Like plus $1 million.
Oh, really?
Literally plus like Herman Marquis, like freaking previous fantasy point outputs. I mean,
yeah,
plus 1,000, I think.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. That's frustrating. I don't know how they all knew. Like, I guess they just always nobody ever plays him, but he's been consistently really good, and just he had one blip last week. I thought that was it, but I guess
which one? Who?
Valimaki.
Dude, your other man is freaking just killing it. The Rio.
Yeah. Hisatsune is doing well. I'm in third place it's early on, but I probably will end up today first or second in the par 4.
Oh, that's nice. I'm in I think there's one tournament I might not finish last in.
I saw you near me in the lottery with a good looking start. There was
that must have been a long time ago, sir.
Maybe.
Let me see the signature hole. Well, the signature hole. This is how I know that I have what Valinaki's doing, because I have him in my big buy-in. Actually not that plus 4. So that's fine. He can get 7 under. That's no problem.
I don't know. I mean,
I'll tell you who's a real lemon. Freaking Aaron Rye at only even.
Aaron Rye.
And here's another one of you guys is doing one. The Castillo's -2.
I don't know that even is bad. Like it's.
Yeah, I guess
you're fine. Like
at 9,100, even's bad. I mean, like.
Well, no, but I mean, I would say he's still a favorite to make the cut, and that's really, if he shoots. I mean, 1 under feels better, but it's not really that much different. You know what I mean? And
it's good. It's good. The final group will be Fleetwood and freaking Scheffler, and that'll be the end.
Fleetwood and Scheffler, you think so? Maybe.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, the John Pock I do have in some good lineups. Is just
there's no way anybody's got John Pock.
But Saberson kept giving him to me, and I don't know what I did with my.
But nobody has him. Like nobody played him.
I know he's 0.2%. It's nuts, and oddly, he's not even my lowest owned, heavily exposed guy.
Eric with a C. Cole fought to even. Okay, that's all right.
Good. Yeah, he bounced back. I think the cut line is probably going to be even, right? That seems like
let me ask you this. What do you
I'm doing my baseball right now.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you what you thought of some of the NBA takes in general.
Oh,
you feel that.
I think it's the same state as the first one. First of all, I feel like I nailed it with the Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I didn't know he'd shoot 2 for 13 and 1 for 10 from 3.
Well, you got to know these things.
But he still was the optimal play because he played enough minutes and he still does enough things on the court. The thing is, he could have been the optimal captain potentially had he hit a couple of those shots. But I think that's the thing. Fade Conley, play DiVincenzo, play Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I would go heavy on Ant tonight. I think he's going to be more aggressive, and Randall. And I have a feeling that, again, I like Chet in this series, and maybe a little bit less of Shea. Not less of Shea, but just maybe not as many captains. And then maybe favoring Chet over Jalen Williams. Those are sort of my general strategy takes for what I'm doing on this thing.
You think this game just goes under again? I mean,
no.
Okay.
What's that right now? Let's see.
Was it 220 or something?
I feel like it's like you always point it out. It's always like the opposite kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what. See, I usually think that, but I think like in the playoffs like this, once these things develop a character, they just kind of like.
I really think that the way social media affects game-to-game situation in playoffs and basketball is really important, and I think it hasn't been studied very well yet. And the way that Shea is being just shredded apart,
unbelievable.
And by the way, I have to say, like, I don't care about what the overall numbers are. I watch the games. He's brutal to watch. Like it's a rough watch. I mean, you can't. And LeBron's the same. He's a terrible watch because you could literally make no contact, and these giant like flailing. He's on the ground every play. It reminds me.
Well, you saw. I don't know if you saw what I tweeted. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, they got to do something about this Shea flopping stuff, but please wait till after the season, after Brunson wins me a title.
Right. And even Brunson, at least he's like getting in there and like getting physical with it. Shea's doing it like he just initiates, and it wouldn't be so bad, but they're letting their defense get away with murder, like just grabbing, tugging, throwing. And meanwhile, Shea, you can't even breathe on him. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. But and by the way, it's bad with Brunson too, but it's not as like, to me, the Shea stuff is just, it's not just the foul baiting, at least Harden and like getting people off balance. That's a thing. But when they're not off balance and you just move your body sideways, that's not I mean, the refs should be better than this. Like, I don't know. So it drives me nuts. All right. So I did run my stuff, and I've made a few tweaks that I've made.
Yeah, I promise you have nothing resembling what I have. So
okay,
we're all good. Maybe someone's going to win.
My highest owned pitcher is Lance McCullers.
Oh, I got bad news for you.
What's that?
Maybe someone doesn't have to win, because that's my highest owned guy too, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll see. So I've got McCullers, then BB, then Trevor Williams, which I already feel strange about. Basically, it's got me fading Shaver. Now, I probably in my high buy-ins play Shaver or Flaherty and BB and just go with a little bit chalky. This is the kind of team I want to see Flaherty's history against this team, because this is the kind of team.
Somebody told me in the chat that Flaherty has a very good history against them.
Does he? Okay, let me double check that, because
I'm not sure, but that's what somebody told me in the chat.
BVP. Yeah, let's see what he's got. So.
Oh, I lied. Actually, I do not have McCullers. Actually, I just have him owned, but not my highest one. That was in another build. I had him higher on. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No. So he's a little better. He's a little better than. Yeah, he's good. It's not a huge sample, but he's good. I don't love like this McCullers idea, but I'd like it for the ownership. So I'm going to run this. And then I've got my one big buy-in on DraftKings, my one big buy-in on FanDuel. So whatever happens, these are not going to be like people keep asking my ownerships, and I keep trying to set expectations in the Discord. Like, hey, this doesn't mean this is like what you're going to see in my 555. Like, it has nothing to do with it. But I'm willing to let the Sims cook a little bit more as it applies to the lottery. And I'm already making a big stance by having no 5-mans, at least as something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I really think that kind of stuff can get you there, or can at least get you different enough. I shouldn't say get you there. I mean, what is also with this weather? I haven't updated my weather. I don't
think there's any weather issue really, is there?
Cleveland and Detroit looks like maybe a delay at some point. Atlanta, Washington, which is just he's got it as yellow green.
That means it has no chance to play.
Right. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh looks pretty bad.
Washington games are yellow in the dome.
What do you mean? Oh, in the dome. Oh, yeah. No, but the Milwaukee Pittsburgh is like that could be something.
Another guy in the chat, by the way, told me that this pitcher from Milwaukee is supposedly not bad. Not Milwaukee, from Pittsburgh.
What's his name? Burrows.
Yeah.
Well, he's a prospect, and in Milwaukee's offense has been terrible. But by the way, I feel nervous about that. I mean, that game certainly. I mean, you could get only 1 or 2 innings from your pitcher possibly.
Yeah, no, it's possible.
It's a little worrisome. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to rerun. I'm just going to take a quick look, see if there's anybody else who stands out to me. Team stacks. So, of course, right now I'm getting stacks against Flaherty, but that's because of the ownership.
Yeah.
And who can we get at low ownership as far as stacks go? You can't get Atlanta, obviously. You can't get Seattle. Feel like for the 100th time all season, I kind of like the Washington as a contrarian, which they're giving to me anyway, so that's cool. And I kind of like the Houston and Detroit contrarian.
Okay.
When are we going to put some respect on this Detroit team? I'm serious.
Never.
Good.
Never.
I mean, they average like a run and a half or 2 runs more, almost 2 runs more than they're projected for most every day. It's just wild. All right. Well, okay. So in my big buy-ins though, I think you're going to see, I think I'll have a little bit of the, because Kirby, oh my God, it gave me 0 Kirby. That's why. Whew. Okay. I think my favorite to get different thing is Washington, like slightly different. That just makes the most sense. Earlier on, we didn't know about that other game playing or not, so all of my stuff was completely null and void. Like, pretty ugly hitting conditions. I really like the non-stacking today. I almost want to go no 4-man, just get really crazy.
Yeah, what we're both saying, kind of in different ways, is that I do think it's going to be a low-scoring slate.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know,
this projection that Saberson has on Kirby is kind of LOL. It's just not a realistic number. Shouldn't be 13.
Kirby.
Yeah, so
he's never going to have 13. I don't think.
Let's just.
He could.
Yeah, I don't want a ton of this. Milwaukee Pirates. Ugh. Well, okay, I'm going to leave it.
The only thing I'm going for me is that it's a complete sheet slate. I mean,
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
it does look like your kind of slate. Let me just take a quick look at my earlier slate and see if there's anything happening with that. All right.
Okay, so I have a couple of guys I want to ask you about in Showdown in the NBA. Just names, okay? Like Jalen Williams with a Y didn't play at all in the last game.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I mean, I think you could play, but they just ran their other lineup out with Kenrich. They do that. They'll just switch things up depending on the matchups.
Okay.
But he may play. I mean, I don't think that it's going to go just depend on how the game goes. I don't think there's like a plan to play him or not play him. But they certainly don't. This is not the kind of series. Well, it's the kind of series where you'd think they'd use him because he actually matches up. Like he takes Gobert away from the basket. You can use him and Chet on the court and have shooters everywhere. He's one. Maybe say projections be damned. Are they? What are they giving him? Like 5 or 6?
What points? Like 2?
2.
Jalen Williams, you're saying?
That seems too low.
Yeah, 2.
And Kenrich, they're making into a thing now because he played in the last game.
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think it's very easy just to buck that trend and go the other direction. That's my take, but that's what I'll do. I mean, I'll have some Kenrich, but I don't think we need to treat it as like that's going to be what happens. All right. So yeah, Washington, my highest owned. McCullers, BB, Williams, and God, Williams. What the fuck am I doing playing Williams? I hate playing this guy, but it is a 4-game slate.
Who, Trevor Williams?
Yeah, and he's cheap. And the A's are very hit or miss. I mean, this guy he just can't strike anybody out, man. It drives me nuts. But for the lottery, it'll have to do.
Are we still supposed to just keep playing Naz Reid? Just because he just always seems to have upside when you don't expect it.
Yeah, I think but I actually worry about him in this series. But I of course, yeah, you can't just there's just he could score he could hit his number in 5 minutes.
You know what? I like your idea. Again, if you want to take just a 1 or 2 stands here, I like your idea of just not playing Conley.
Yeah, I think the idea for me is to try to go back, and I think we'll use Conley some when they're at home. But I think in this series it's got to be more DiVincenzo and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now, all that being said, it's not like Conley can't get hot early on, but I mean the minutes, everything I said in the first game, that's exactly what happened in the first game. They just didn't make any shots, the guys I played.
So I think those are actually the big adjustments that you can make. Is exactly what Bobby just said. You not exactly what he said, but to go more. What's his name? DiVincenzo, less Conley, and more. I would manually bump Alexander Walker.
Absolutely, yeah.
Alexander Walker is a pretty good freaking showdown play here.
He's like the best because
he's not like 1,000. You know what I mean? Like
he shouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying. But if he were 1,000, he'd be like really popular.
No, he'd be 100% owned, and you couldn't even talk.
That's what I was saying.
Well, yeah, but he played 28 minutes in the last game.
Oh, okay, right.
Like, I mean, now certainly it could be things could happen with Conley. I don't care. You're not playing for that one day. You're trying to get to the right part of it, in my opinion. And I think just the Alexander Walker. Now the problem is Alexander Walker did a terrific job on Shea, and it didn't matter at all because it was. I mean, he got called for one where there was absolutely not even like a little bit of contact. It was just brutal, and that's his cousin. They grew up training together, so nobody knows Shea better than Alexander Walker. And do you know who else is probably a good play because he got in trouble with the foul trouble last game because he guards Shea is McDaniels.
Yeah,
I think his projection might be a little bit accounting for too much of what happened in the first game, and I get the feeling that the refs might swallow a whistle or two, and Shea may not just be lunging all over the court like he did in the first game.
That'd be interesting.
That's just my take.
Yeah, but but then it'd be like, oh my God, they listen to the social media instead of like, I don't know.
No, but it's the league made statements about how they got a lot of things wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because it is bad. It's really bad. Like, I mean, I don't think it's like they're trying to make it so he wins, but it's hard to in real time. Like sometimes when a guy falls to the floor, what's happening. But if you do it every time, it's like when Dwayne Wade did it when that Miami won their title way back before LeBron was there.
Okay.
It was it almost ruined basketball. Like nobody was interested in watching because it was it was just horrific to watch this as every time down you're shifty, which is a plus, but you're just going to fall on the floor and then automatically get a foul called every time.
I'll tell you something else was kind of like tough to see was when they were doing when they were fouling Mitch Robb on purpose. I thought they outlawed all that a few years ago.
No, I actually agree that they should. I mean, at some point, you think guys should be able to make your free throw. I don't care.
That's true, but it's just like bad basketball. You know what I mean? It's bad for the fans. It's just bad.
It's a bad product when that's happening for sure. But
that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, they should be able to make their free throws. That's true.
And Mitch Robb, like Shaq made like half of his free throws almost. Like Mitch Robb is like.
But you know what? Also with baseball, like baseball players should be able to hit to the opposite field. But
yeah, I totally think the shift thing is absurd. I not like allowing the shift. You should be able to play wherever the hell you want.
Okay.
It's crazy to me. Like, I mean, how dumb is it to say that you have to line up in a certain place? Go figure it out. Let the hitter figure it. Let the league, figure it out. Sorry, I have a lot of passion about these things. Because I get messages all day long about this stuff, and I'm just like totally.
I'm telling you slowly but surely you've become like a boomer. I mean, it's like.
I don't know how it happened.
I know it's crazy, right?
So nuts. I was always the one like taking the other angle, and I
know.
Literally, it's been the last year or so.
Yeah. Just in case anybody cares, I very, very, very. Wait, so why do I have? That's like pretty funny. So I X'd out Conley. So what I get for that is I have 2% of him the captain. I forgot to X him out of the captain. It's like.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I mean, I don't think that like there is a path, and he's so cheap. You know, it's not like a bad idea to leave.
Let me ask you, what if I told you I was getting like 50% Kason Wallace? Like, how bad is that?
No, it's not bad.
Okay, so it's fine. I'll leave that then.
He's like a legitimate but you just don't know with their rotation. It might be the night where Dort plays 30 minutes. It might be the night where Caruso plays 30. It might be the night where Wallace plays 30. It really could be any of them. Really hard to know. All right, so thanks to Milwaukee for getting your lineup in 30 minutes before the game starts.
Please tell me there's no like major changes.
I don't. There was nothing different than what I didn't have to change anything. So for whatever that means, I don't know what the projected lineup was and what it wasn't because, like I said, I was running late today as you cannot predict LA traffic.
You can predict it. It's like always bad.
No, it's different now, man. I'm telling you.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive. Like leaving at 5:00 on certain days is like the right thing to do.
Wow. That's
the Mother's Day. If you drove back Mother's Day evening, nobody on the road.
That's what happened. Everybody levels themselves now, I guess.
It's so it's like it's so weird. Like and even depending on which neighborhood you're going to is a big.
Well, like I said, last time I was there, it was like a long time ago, but I was there and we were going to the airport or something on the way back, and And he like took us like these side streets to the airport. Where do you go? He's like, what do you mean? Like no one goes to 405 to the airport anymore? Are you kidding me? It's like literally like no one goes to. And then like and my kids were like really funny. Like every place we went in LA, whatever it said, they always said AKA 1 hour.
Right.
There we go.
It is a strange place. All right, Smith Shaw. Is there something that people? Am I missing something about Kirby? Why he doesn't look like a better play, like on fan? Oh, I guess they just don't want me to play him.
Yeah.
Saberson just doesn't want me to. I think he's a better play than this. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the thing is, Houston doesn't strike out a ton, but they do have a weak lineup.
Who?
Houston.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah, I looked the other day. I think they're 22nd in runs scored or 21st, something like that, out of 30. So.
And I'm also playing the FanDuel NBA as well.
I'm passing on that one tonight.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit of a break because I'm still trying to figure this series out, and I feel like I'm having a hard time outside of those 2 tweaks. But I guess that might be enough. I mean. And the FanDuel one is just, it's weird to me. Like I cashed in like almost none of my lineups yesterday, which is hard to do.
It's difficult, but you know what? It's on FanDuel. I mean, in was basketball, it's like easier than you think. to do that.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm going Kirby on FanDuel. I got to get it in pretty quick. Okay, Kirby. We don't want Houston over there. I do like Washington as my contrarian team, and I like Cleveland a little bit as my.
Yeah, I have some Cleveland.
Even though I
don't expect much, right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I just don't,
Well, this is the day where Ramirez gets like 12. You're like, ooh, that's cool. Where normally you need like 25.
Yeah, although Ramirez is probably going to get like 25.
Does Flaherty give stolen bases or no?
He's actually not bad, but like you can run some on him. And Ramirez just likes to run. If he gets on, he just likes to go. And he's
nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna drive him with a home run on that team. He's better like get the second.
Except for Ramirez. Yeah.
Right. I say Ramirez when he gets on first, he's got nothing else to do. He may as well try to run.
Yeah. Tigers. I don't need Alex Call.
They still have the Nailers, or like one of them, I think, right?
The Tigers have who?
No, the Cleveland.
Oh yeah, the Bo. I think they might have. They don't have Josh. Josh is in Arizona. All right, so okay, let's try this. Tigers. Okay. Riley Green is my home run bet tonight.
Riley Green?
I think Riley Green hits a home run.
What about what is we gotta ask the guru what he thinks, the Grant.
I don't know what he put today.
I can't. Is he like making money doing other stuff? I can't believe we haven't had him on any of the shows like ever.
No, it's never going to happen. I'll talk to you about it sometime.
Okay.
It's almost like a little turbo slate, this thing, except for that one later game.
How's Chet been doing this? Chet, let's see.
Chet.
Holmgren.
He's been. I mean, I don't know. It depends on who you'd ask on that one, I guess. But I love Chet. I don't know. James Wood is really expensive. Wow.
So I'm going to do the same thing by the way, on FanDuel as I did on DraftKings with respect to doing the Vincenzo for Conley deal. Why not?
Detroit, and then
Conley, I'm going to give him 0. I mean, he's literally going to be the guy X odd. Lucenzo Dort. What am I getting on him? 17. I'll bump. Now we'll leave him here. The Kason Wallace again. I'm getting like more. I'm getting a higher projection on Kason Wallace than SaberSim is on both sites by like a full point, which is probably gonna, as I mentioned, if you get a full point more on him, you end up like 60% of him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, maybe like this is the Isaiah Joe day or something.
So my big buy-in for what it's worth is a 3-3-2 on FanDuel.
Oh really?
Yeah, but that's totally like, those win all the time.
Yeah.
I think like even on the
we think for sure. We're pretty sure.
No, I mean, I remember a lot of big ones like that. That used to be the way I like to do it because you get the points are just so astronomical when you have it with the correlation, but at the same time, like you don't get the value doesn't mean as much. You can sort of get the spend up. It's just a funny different site.
Okay.
All right, so I've got my DraftKings, and let me just see what am I going to do with my main stacks over there. And I'm using Kirby on Fan. Oh my God, I've got winning 11,000, but I'm in second place in the par 4.
Oh, let's go.
My worst is Lucas Glover at 2 under. That's pretty good.
That's excellent.
Got 3 guys at 3 under, and then Husatsune and Poston at 4 under.
That is exceptional.
The dream day 1 start. All right, let's see.
Something just bumped up a few $100 for me. What was that? Oh, the lottery. Oh, I still got 8. Yeah, this one's not bad. Bud Cauley moved into second.
Yeah, he got it to 4 under.
Scheffler is pedestrian right now.
What's he at? 3 under?
2.
Okay.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, it's going to be ridiculous.
It's going to be a rout. It's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
You don't think he's going to make up 3 strokes or 2 strokes on Bud Cauley? You don't think
he's going to take somebody like the guy who, if you told me like Fleetwood was 7 under to start the day, then okay, we can have a conversation about him being the favorite. Like if he's 5 strokes ahead, but if he's really 2 strokes back of the lead, like because John Pock is not going to shoot 20 under for this tournament. I don't think.
Yeah, on FanDuel, just so everybody knows, my highest owned captain is the Anthony Edwards. So that's a pretty hot take, I guess.
Anthony Edwards, okay. I'm still working out my basketball.
Well, one thing I will say, by the way, about my FanDuel lineups is that they are just leaving all kinds of money on the table.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at some of these 5,000 here. What is this?
This
No, not as much. No. That used to be other builds. Sorry, my bad. 1,100, 1,300. No, nothing. No big deal. But Edwards and the captain. I'm down. I'm down with that. How about you really extend that theory of yours and we maybe like DiVincenzo like really actually has a good game.
Yeah, no, he just keeps missing. Yeah. I think that he is I think he makes a lot of sense.
What's your best? So your par 4. How many points do you have there?
I can't go to it right now.
Okay.
I haven't built my baseball lineup.
Well, I can go to mine because I'm in that one.
You can see it. I'm in second. I think I'm in second.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let me just see what we got to scroll way far down. I'm in 355th. So you are in second. You have 170. That's a good number, dude.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. You got 2 units on this guy that's ahead of you. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter this time of the day, obviously.
Oh, but whatever. I mean, you got 2 extra holes, right?
Got a low ownership in there.
I want to see it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So who do we have in this one? Let's see. Oh, look at these guys. Where's Scheffler? I don't see him. Where is he? Not in this one.
No.
I love it.
That's
one could say that this is too low owned for this tournament.
No, but I don't buy that with golf. I really feel like with this tournament, like everybody's just picking and choose. Like when you have this kind of a field, like I think people are totally full of shit when they act like someone. Oh yeah, but he should be 20% owned. Other than Scheffler.
I'll tell you, man, how good this freaking field is. I mean, how good these golf handicappers are. It's this Rio thing. Like Rio is like 11% in the sand trap, and he's like double that in this thing, and he's smashing. You know what I mean?
But I called that. I said that yesterday.
Right? Yeah.
But I said it, but also like, why didn't anybody play Bhatia? Like, it's a perfect course for him. Hey, guess who was number one on accurate driving today? Bhatia, at least when he finished. And he's 3 under, so whatever. But like, I just think people have got it like wrong. I don't know. I don't think that. I think that DFS wise, it's just wrong for this, and it's just you assume too many things. I don't know.
Scheffler
beating that Smith Shawver, huh? That's what I'm gonna do, I guess. Because I do like I really like this this Washington side today.
I'm gonna pull up the golf and let's see. I'm sure I might be guessing, but I have a feeling that Scheffler is going to be on the coverage.
I would bet that's that guy.
He's only -2, and he's got an eagle.
He's only -2, and he has an eagle.
Mm-hmm. Expecting 2 bogeys. That's
Oh yeah, he started off with the eagle on the first one. He chipped in.
Wait, hold on. Now you told me this. I didn't understand this. So Pack is not only in the lead; he's in the lead by 3 strokes.
That's what I was saying.
Jesus Christ! And
he
nobody has him. He's 0.2%. Oh my God!
When I did my builds before I hand edited, I had played 2 555s, and Saberson put him in both of mine, and I took him out. That's a little disappointing.
He's look at this round. He's got, first of all, birdie free round, 5 birdies, 1 eagle.
Yeah.
He didn't even get the birdie 3 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
so everybody's lucky.
Who I knew was a garbage. Too many people talked me into Siwoo on this tournament. I really didn't like him because he plays well at Pete Dye courses, and that's what I like exclusive. But I also got Berger wrong, so that's killing me. Well, we'll see.
Berger is in the rough here. He's shooting, trying to go around a tree. Oh, he doesn't like this at all. I have no idea where this ball is. Yeah, he's on his way. Oh my God, he's into the rough again. Rough to the rough. Maybe get really lucky.
What, you know what hole he's on?
I don't, but it looks like. I can't tell. It can't be. I mean, it can't be. I might tell you in a second. Because I have plenty of them. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a big old 10 fantasy points through 16.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be out tomorrow morning, but I'll be good for live.
I am going to be in tomorrow, and I'll be in for live. So we're both good. Davis Riley with a nice. Oh, thought it was a nice shot. Nope, he's in the rough. Dude, do you know that there's a 7-way tie at -4?
Yeah. No, it's more. It's actually
more than this, huh?
I think it's 9 guys are 2 under or 4 under.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And for those of you who don't know, that provides a lot of volatility in the DK scoring.
Yeah, so don't worry about where you're standing. Well, it really matters for sure. Oh, I'm in first place now.
Oh, there it is.
Damn, I wish I would have played the. This could have been my showdown lineup. No,
so here comes Scheffler from very short range. He's probably going to hit this to 2 inches. Let's see. No, look at that. Scheffler, little off, 30 feet.
Okay.
It's 30 feet.
We like that.
Stop the count.
Yeah. God, this is a beautiful one. Yeah, this is. I don't think I can. Who's going? Oh, Ben Griffin. I guess I could get Ben Griffin to birdie 1 more. Would be nice, but
that's all you got is Griffin. Okay.
But I don't need anything remaining.
No, you want to stop the count. Exactly.
I wish it was my showdown. I just this is like the perfect.
What does the lunch money have here? He's got
Mackenzie.
He's got Scotty, but Scotty's he's scrambling for par. Not scrambling for par, but he's not birdieing this hole.
But also he's dead anyway. I mean, he could be dead anyway, just
because he's got Hughes.
Yeah.
What about the fly?
I think it's going to be a 5 of 6 week for most people. I really
the fly's got T91.
He's got the McNeely.
This guy's got Siwoo.
Yeah, everybody's going to have a lot of blips.
This guy's got floppy hats T124.
Yeah.
Eric with a C Cole. He's their top guy. Okay, so we dude, you're like a favorite to win. That's it.
A favorite to win. If this was
favorite to win.
Get out of
it.
here.
Calling it.
Oh my God.
Do you put it on Stake Kings with a 20,000% markup?
How do you like this? I have 150 in the $5, 50 in the $25, and then hundreds elsewhere that are all I let the projections do my thing. And this one, my hand build is my highest scoring.
It's amazing, right?
It's so crazy. But it does speak like, I mean, that's my better skill set. I still
golf is like that sometimes.
It's just weird.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay.
I will see you tomorrow.
All right, have a good night.
Or see everybody at the top.